Daniel. When Daniel realized that a written decree had been issued, he entered his home, where the windows in his upper room opened towards Jerusalem. 3 times daily he was kneeling and offering prayers and thanks to his God, just as he had been accustomed to do previously. Then those officials who had gone to the king came by collision and found Daniel praying and asking for help before his God. So they approached the king and said to him, "Did you not issue an edict to the effect that for the next 30 days, anyone who prays to any god or human other than you, O king, will be thrown into a den of lions?" Raw! The king replied, "That is correct, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which cannot be changed." Then they said to the king, "Daniel, who is one of the captives from Judah, pays no attention to you, O king, or to the edict that you issued. 3 times daily he offers his prayer." When the king heard this, he was very upset and began thinking about how he might rescue Daniel. Then those men came by collision to the king and said to him, "Recall, O king, that is a law of the Medes and Persians, that no edict or decree that the king issues can be changed." So the king gave the order, and Daniel was brought and thrown into a den of lions. The king consoled Daniel by saying, "Your God whom you continue to serve will rescue you." Then a stone was brought and placed over the openings to the den. The king sealed it with signet and ring, and with those of his nobles, so that nothing could be changed with regard to Daniel. Then the king departed to his palace, but he spent the night without eating, and no diversions was brought to him. He was unable to sleep. In the morning, at the earliest sign of daylight, the king got up and rushed to the lion's den. As he approached the den, he called out to Daniel in a worried voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, was your God whom you continue to serve able to rescue you from the lions?" Then Daniel spoke to the king, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angels and closed the lion's mouth, so that they have not harmed me because I was found innocent before him. Nor have I done any harm to you, king." Then the king was delighted and gave the order to hold Daniel up from the den. So Daniel was hauled up out of the den. He had no injury of any kind because he had trusted in God. The king gave another order, and those men who maliciously accused Daniel were brought and thrown into the lion's den. They, their children, and their wives. They did not even reach the bottom of the den before the lions overpowered and crushed all their bones. Then King Darius wrote to all the people, nations, and all the language groups who were living in the land, "Peace and prosperity! I have issued an edict that throughout all the dominion of my people, kingdom ought to revere and fear the God of Daniel."